Hey everybody, Tim here, and today we were talking about something a little bit different. So today we're going to go over some articulations and things like that that we haven't really talked about a whole lot in detail so far. So this is just a general lesson teaching you what articulations are and four of the major types of articulations. There are a couple more that do exist, but we will go over those in a later lesson. So let's just get started, and I'll tell you what articulations are all about. So, here we have articulations, obviously. Articulations tell you how to play the note. So, the pitch, how far up and down it is on the staff, tells you what note to hit on the piano. The rhythm tells you when to hit that note. And the articulations tell you how to play the note, whether you're going to play the note short, you're going to connect the notes, you're going to hit the notes more forcefully, or making sure that you are playing the full value of the note while having a space in between. So we'll talk about each of these right now. So the first kind is a slur. So you do want to know the names of these. It is kind of important because it comes up in music a lot. And who knows, you may have to explain it to somebody else. Hopefully you do. So the first one is the slur, legato. You may have seen this in a few of my videos before, and we've talked about this a little bit. And you want to connect between the notes. So this is called a slur line here. And another name for playing with slurs is called playing legato. It's actually the opposite, pretty much, of playing staccato, which we'll talk about in a second. So you want to connect between the notes. So what that means is when you start playing each note, you don't want to let go of that note until you play the next note. So that's what it means by connecting them. You're not going to actually hold them down the whole time, because then you would run out of notes to play because all your fingers would be playing down on the notes. But what it just means is you're playing one note and then you're only letting go of that note until you play the next one. Same thing with the left hand. Together. The next one, like I talked about, staccato, is the opposite. You play short and detached. You know a staccato when you see one just because it's a dot. Now, keep in mind that this dot needs to be either below the note or above the note. You see in the treble clef it's below, bass clef it's above. Now, it just depends on where the note is up on the staff. If the stem is pointing up, then this dot will be on the bottom of the note, and if the stem is pointing down like it does here, this dot will be on the top. But if you have the dot to the side, either left or right, that isn't a staccato. That is a dotted note, and that really tells you how long to play the note. That's a note duration. We know about some dotted notes. We know the dotted half note gets 3 beats, at least in 4/4 it does. And then the dotted quarter note gets 1.5 beats, or it gets another amount in 6/8. So watch the 6/8 lesson if you're not sure about that time signature. But anyway, staccatos you want to play short and detached, leaving space in between the notes. Almost pretend like you're touching a hot frying pan is what my teacher used to always say. So just practice that, and then we have the accent, one we haven't talked about quite as much in my lessons. You're going to play these notes more forcefully. However, you're not going to play them short. If you wanted that, you can actually combine the accent and the staccato, and that will make you play it more forcefully and short. But if you just have the accent, play the note pretty much for its full value, but you want to hit it more forcefully. Same with the left hand. And then together. And then the last one, the tenuto, we haven't talked about much at all. This one, you're holding these notes for the full value, but you're not playing them forcefully like we did before. And you're not playing them together like you do with the legato or the slur. Tenutos you play, well, I accidentally played that accent, so you just go, wait, Notice how I'm playing the notes longer than I did with the staccato, but I'm not playing them necessarily connected like I do with the slur. There's a little bit of a space. You can hear that silence there in between each of those notes. Same thing with the left hand we have here. Then you put them together. And it'll be like that. So, you can have different combinations of some of these articulations. Like I mentioned, you can have the accent plus the staccato. It's not like I have seen the accent used in combination with the tenuto, which all that means is you're going to play the note accented with still a little bit of space between it, but that's still pretty much the same as playing an accent to me. I think it's a little redundant because if you wanted to play the accent short, you would add the staccato to it. And then vice versa, you can add accents to staccato notes and do it like that. And then you can have different combinations of these within the same measure, which we'll take a look at right now. So to keep things really simple, we just really only have this little musical pattern in eighth notes. So that's really all you have to worry about playing, just to kind of go over what these articulations do, rather than worrying about the notes to play. So anyway, we have the slur. You're going to slur these first four. We're talking about this first measure here. You're going to slur the first four notes, and then staccato the second four. So make sure to pay extra attention to these. Now, when you connect the notes like this, what is that called? I kind of just said it, but it's called a slur, or what else is it called? It's called playing legato, then staccato. Nice and short. And then the next measure, the second measure here, we have the opposite. We have staccato and then legato. So the two first measures together. And then you have four notes that are tenuto right in a row. Let me think about how to play these correctly. I accidentally play them as accents sometimes. Really hear the difference between the tenuto here, in that the tenuto, while not being super short, you can definitely hear the space in there. And then the legato, they're nice and connected. And here in the last one we have staccato, or sorry, the last measure we have legato, staccato, staccato, and then the G and the F are legato as well. And then you have staccato, staccato. So that's a mixture of the two. So you just want to play around with this line of music. I will have more of these. I think the next couple lessons we'll talk about these. If you're in the academy, you'll see those lessons. If you're on YouTube, I think you're only going to see this lesson, because I don't want to put them all out there. But somebody did ask me on YouTube if I could make a lesson about this, which gave me a great idea. It's something I haven't covered in a lot of detail, so I'll at least give them, and some other people I'm sure on YouTube would like this as well, this lesson. And then if you want more of these lessons, take a look at the lessons on the Web Academy and what's included in that. You can check that out on my website, or just ask me about it through email. So let's bring this back to me, because we are done for today. Okay, it appears... see. Okay, my mouse stopped working. Sorry about that. So back to me. We finished the lesson today. So remember, articulations is really an umbrella term to talk about how to play the notes. So remember, we have pitches, which is how high up and down on the staff it is, telling you how high up or low on the piano to play. And then you have the note durations, which is quarter note, half note, dotted half, whole note, and then your eighth notes, so and 16th notes. So then they tell you like how long to play each note. But then the articulations, which are the accents, the tenutos, the slurs, and what other one? Staccatos. These tell you how to play the notes, whether you're playing them connected with the slurs, separated with staccatos. Tenutos, where you are playing the notes for their full value, but still retaining some space in there, and then accent, where you really hit them hard, but you still hold them almost for their full value. Now if you want to hit them hard and short, you would combine those like so. So anyway, that finishes up the lesson for today. Like I said, look forward to more of these. I will give you like more practice playing these different types of articulations, and then I will have a couple more articulations to share with you. Some more things on the way to look forward to. So anyway, if you have any questions, tim@lessonsontheweb.com. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you on the internet and in the classroom. So thank you very much.